Hey guys, it is Kayla Waller with Waller Adventures, and today we are camping at Fort Desoto, but we have a brand new tent to try out. So stick around, see how it goes. Alright, so we are camping at Fort Desoto, and we have a brand new tent. Well, it's Audrey's brand new tent. She's had it for like a year or two maybe, but she's not used it yet. So we're gonna pop it up and see how well it holds out here at Fort Desoto. So I'm going to move my truck. I'm gonna back it in so we can set this tent up. All right, so we're gonna set the tent up. I'm gonna let Audrey explain to us about the tent. So what is this tent?
This is a 14-person Tahoe Gear tent. It's very big, and this will be Kayla's first time operating this particular tent. So this might take a little bit, but I do have the directions in my phone. This is the tent itself, which is about probably 15 pounds of tent and a cover that also creates like a porch area in front for you to sit, that's netted, that you can sit outside the tent.
Kind of like
but
mine.
Still, yeah, but it's just bigger. This bag is all of its poles.
That's a big bag.
All together, this is 62 pounds of tent. Hence the separation. Yeah. So we're about to have a lot of fun. Kayla's gonna be really excited about this because I haven't told her. There is a little bit of rope rigging involved.
Oh.
So yeah, she's gonna get to test her knotting skills today. And first thing to do is we gotta pull the tent out, spread it out, and set the cover off to the side. It is very large.
So we kind of got it sprawled out. It's really big. Look how big this tent is.
So these are the doors on the front, and then you got your two side rooms, and the center room is actually a dome. So the center is actually right here. So you want to leave that right there because there is a center piece that the poles hook into, or onto rather, for the top of the tent here. And then that is the only part of the top of this tent that has poles inside it. The outer area, the outside two rooms, they come up to a point. But then is where Kayla's rope knotting skills will come involved, because actually rope that holds those out once we've got it up. The key to this is getting the poles for the center in and standing it up.
Ooh. All those poles you got to put up.
All of them. They are specific poles. 2 of them are just for the tarp that goes over the top of the tent. The rest are for the tent. Now, the one for the tarp is very interesting. It actually creates an octagon, and this is it. Once you put it all together, that is one pole. Jesus. Just for the tarp. Jesus.
All right, so we got these laid out. Audrey said this is for the side. These are for the side as well. She's going to tell us about this one.
So there are 4 with a Y section, 2 of them are for the front and 2 of them are for the back side. The 2 at the wider are for the I'll look at the directions. Yeah, the 2 on the back side are the wider, and the 2 on the front side are the more narrow. When we get it up, you'll see why. So, this is basically the most essential part of the entire tent. This is where all the poles hook to stand this thing up. So, you place it in the middle, and you tie around it. Nothing, doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can just knot it if you want to. As long as your short is going towards the front and the others are at where the poles come into it. And now we're ready for poles.
All right, so we got the top of it going. And you can see they all connect right there to the SAR. You got the poles on this side and this side right here. So now we're going to connect which ones? She's reading the directions.
We're connecting K to B and D and J to B and D, which are the narrow, which are actually on the back side.
Okay. All right. Let's get the next part done.
So, in case y'all have forgotten or hadn't seen it, not that I really necessarily want you to see it, but last year, my birthday, I pitched this tent. And then a storm came in and decided it wanted to take my tent away before I could actually put anything in it to hold it down. Well, don't try to disconnect or take your tent down out of fear or just blind panic, because you will snap the fiberglass rods like I did right here.
So it's taped all up?
So we have taped it, and we are hoping that it will hold. We think it might. If not, you can buy a new pole making kit. Just make sure you get the right length. Otherwise, you're going to have to cut fiberglass, and be careful doing that because you can also splinter it. And we're ready for the next step.
This is what it looks like right now. You can see the poles are up. So you're ready to put the tent up, or the center of it up. All right, so we got the center of it up. As you can see how the poles are. Come down like that, and you put the stakes in it like you normally do. That's inside of it.
And that's just the center room.
I wonder, you might need to pull this leg out some more. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Just a little bit now that that one's out.
But yeah, so it kind of roughly looks like that. We're going to get it adjusted and all that. Then we'll start on the outside part. All right, so we got one side of the tent up, as you can see. It's got the guidelines here, the rope right there. So that little bit's holding up like it ought to.
And we can still stake this out and use this section for, you know, stuff.
Yeah. So we can't put this side up due to
the other
end.
Unhappy pole.
Yeah.
From the storm last year.
Yeah. But it will still function
Oh yeah.
like it ought to. So we're going to put the rain cover porch part of it up. And it is leaning a little bit, but it's because it's on a slant. If you actually had some flat land, earth, whatever, it would sit better. But we're going to pull it, like once you put the rain cover on, you got these pieces to put that on, it should pull straight out and help it be a little more a little better. So we're getting ready to do that next. All right, so we pulled the rain cover over. You have to put the pole here first, and then there's a pole in the middle to put up right there. And then you just pull this over. This is a this is a 4-person job. Yeah. So you just gotta place it and get it kind of velcroed on there. This is neat, but we're kind of like walking into a tree. All right, so we finally got it up, opened, ready to go. So take a tour. So here is the little patio area that you can have for it. You can see it's kind of spacious. It's spacious. It's more spacious than mine is. Let me put this back. Let me put this down there. Ooh. Let's go with it down there. Okay. All right. So you walk in. It's like this. You got your little living area. It's pretty tall. Let's see how it looks like inside. Well, we closed this one off because the like before the pipes were broken. Got that. Got that. And this is the other room. I think what we're going to do is I think Audrey and I are going to sleep in this section, and we'll put extra stuff in here because the sun is beating down in this area, and not really in this area. Audrey cussed the whole time putting this up. I was cussing the whole time too. This is not a 2-person put up tent. It's a 14-person tent, but you're gonna need like 4 people to help you put this thing up. It's a lot for 2 people. And like Audrey said, she had 2 pieces that were broken during a storm, and the company does not send you replacement parts, so she had to find replacement parts. And as you can see, it kind of royally messed us up. So we're gonna take a break, then we'll put everything in the tent, and I'll show you what it looks like with everything in the tent. All right, guys, so we are moved in our tent. Show you around. All right, so I'll walk in and show you. Audrey's taking a little nap, so we're gonna be a little quiet. You can see I got all the drinks and coolers there. I haven't put my big, huge cooler and my cool, awesome box that I'm going to show you later in here yet. I'm waiting for her to get up. Alright, so we got our sleeping arrangements like this. Got snacks over here, food over there, our bags, things like that. Then we made this room into our little storage room. You can see we got fishing stuff and boxes and filming stuff. We got the the fan going on. I do like this fan because it's high powered, and you got little plugs on the side of it as well. All right, guys, so we'll sleep in it tonight, and we'll let you know tomorrow how well it slept. So we'll see you then. All right, guys, it is the next day with the new tent. It held it pretty good last night. There was a couple of nice breezes flowing through, and you couldn't tell. I mean, you could hear the tent, you know, in the breeze, but it held up pretty well. It was nice and spacious. I'll give it that. It was like I felt like I wasn't, you know, cramped in a tent. It feels like very, very open and very, very spacious. I do like that about it. So we'll see you back on tomorrow morning when we leave, and we'll give you our final review, and we'll strike down the tent. Morning, guys. It is packing up day. It is 7:11 a.m. We're gonna get the inside of the tent packed up and ready to go. Then we'll show you us taking down the tent. All right, so we got the tent all unpacked, I guess you can say. We have all of our stuff sitting out, you can see. So Audrey's getting the last thing. She's getting her mattress pad tied up. So yeah, so we'll give you a tour of what the tent looks like after 2 nights of camping. All right, so you can see it held up pretty nice. At night we kept the back windows open. Here, I'll show you. As Audrey's putting her stuff back together, it's fine. But yeah, we kept these 2 back windows open, which was nice because the breeze was blowing through it. And it helped with the fan, the what'd you call it, Chilly Willy?
Chilly Willy.
The Chilly Willy fan. It helped it circulating some air through the tent. But yeah, look at it. But yeah, it held up pretty good. For 2 people and with all the stuff that I have, it's nice. It's like you're not bending over. I'm actually standing up with an extra couple of feet like above my head, things like that. So it worked out really well. So Audrey thinks she can bend some more pipes together to make this side a thing. So we'll see how that goes with that. We can actually get a full-blown tent going up.
It's called having done electrical work.
All right, so we're gonna get this cooler out because it's heavy. And then we'll get Audrey to walk us through on taking the tent down.
So, first order of business is take the canopy off, fold it, put it in the bag, get it out the way. Then we're gonna take Chilly Willy over here and we're gonna blow some sand. So that's the process. Okay, so we gotta unhook the canopy.
Do you need me to go around and do the... Oh no, that's part of the tent. That's not part of that. Wow.
No, we're not unstaking anything yet. We're just undoing the canopy. And the hooks for now, if we had the whole tent up, these hooks for the canopy actually hook onto the poles at the bottom. There's a, like right here, they hook onto these when the poles are in place, so it keeps it good and taut and almost like a rain runoff on all sides. And then the front is literally just Velcroed to the pole frame, top and bottom. Well, you also stake, well, it's Velcroed at the top. You stake it with the pole at the bottom. So that's how the front frame stays in place.
All right, so now we're getting ready to pull off the top cover. All right, so you can see that the top is off. We literally just grabbed it from the back, pulled it down, then we moved it over here and folded it up. So now it should go back in its bag.
Yes, the canopy and the tent all fit inside that bag. Now, fun fact, if you choose to buy this particular tent, when it comes to you, the poles, the tent, canopy, all the things are all inside that bag. And it is 62 pounds. I know this because I had to somehow carry it up a flight of stairs by myself. But yeah, altogether it is 62 pounds of tent. Now if you go camping a lot and have friends that want to go camping too, or family, this is a great family, you know, you got, you know, a couple with some kids. Yeah. This is ideal. For space, even some privacy, because every room has, you know, a door on the inside so you can separate the rooms, and it has its front door and windows for each room. So I mean, it's really ideal. You don't have to put the canopy up if you're in a shady spot. You don't necessarily have to put the canopy up, but check your weather reports, because without the canopy you're gonna be swimming. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the original bag before it's Audrey's tent. This is my tent. We brought it as a backup, as a just in case. Yeah.
This is not the original tent bag. As you can tell, it says Lenore Memorial Hospital on it. I can't remember what company is my tent again. I can't remember. Outbound.
I think so.
Yeah, that's not an Outbound bag. But I could not get it back in my bag. All right, so we're gonna put this in the bag, and then we'll take these poles down. I'm assuming. No,
not yet. Not until after we blow all the sand out.
Oh yeah, I gotta blow the sand out. Forgot about that. Chilly Willy with its powerful blowing skills.
Right.
It's on 1. You gotta turn it to 3.
Turn it to 3?
Yeah.
Ah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
If you ever need a Chilly Willy, get one on Amazon. I think my dad got this one at Sam's Club. You can probably go to Costco, get them. You can probably go to places like that to get them. Yeah, you can probably just Walmart probably has them, but it's really nice. It's really powerful, and you know, it gets the job done.
All right. So next, we're gonna take down this pole, which is for the canopy porch part. Again, the canopy is not entirely necessary for you to use the tent. If you want to use it, by all means.
Honestly, this time around, we probably really didn't need it.
Yeah, this go around, we probably didn't really need it, except for
when it got hot.
When it got really hot, because half of the camp was in direct sunlight, so we actually sat inside the porch area with the fan on us, so we'd have some shade and some air. But generally speaking, if the weather's good and you got good shade on your campsite, you don't need the canopy.
Yeah.
And you've got netted on every room, so when there's good airflow and you've got the windows open, you're solid. So we are going to take poles down, disconnect the tent from poles, and unstake it.
All right, so we took these side poles out that kind of had like a little Y shape. Audrey just took that back one out. So now it looks like this, and the next thing to do is take these poles out and take that little star bit out right there in the center.
But
then
what we're going to do is we're going to pull the center back. So if you grab the front two, push towards me, we should be able to get the back or the center more center. Because folding this is very interesting. It is in almost like a wide Y, if that makes sense. So you got to get the center even with the ends, as far as for folding and packing purposes.
Yeah, so like that top part and then this back piece that kind of sticks out.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to get it into a what you call it, rectangle.
Yeah, more as close to a rectangle as possible.
All right, so we got that back corner folded over that.
So the key to this, when you don't unstake the ends, like the outer two rooms here and at the end, on both sides.
Even though we didn't put stakes in there, I don't know how the hell it stood up.
God was with us. I'm just saying.
We had Jesus on our side.
Jesus! Take the wheel. So then when you pull the inside, the center part, so you can see how much wider it goes out, just based on this right here. So leaving the stakes in, it actually folds perfectly to the center where you need it to be. And then the next part is to unstake one end, pull it over to center, and do the same thing with the other end, pull it over to center.
And kind of fold it as a square.
And then fold it as a square.
Okay.
Because you've seen the size of that bag. You see the size of this tent, and you're all thinking, ain't no way this is going to fit in that tent, in that bag. Trust me, it does.
All right, we're going to get folding. All righty. We got it in the bag. Look how nice and pretty that was. Dirty, but look how nice and pretty that is in there.
Yeah. Piece de resistance. is the zipping factor.
Yep. Then the stakes for it over here. We still got to put the other set of stakes or the poles in the bag. There's stakes in the poles. But yeah, so we gotta pack the truck up next. But
also, if you ever get tired and you just need a cop squat, it's wonderful.
Oh my god.
Just take it.
You forgot the rope.
It's okay.
We'll stick it in another bag.
He can go in the pole bag.
Alright guys, so our review on the Tahoe Gear Tent, make sure I said it correctly. I liked it. It's a pain to set up. You need more people to set it up. But I had a lot more room in it, especially with 2 people in it. I actually had more room to set my stuff in. I mean, it was like not dome, but what do you want to call it?
It's domed.
Yeah, it's like dome ceilings.
Dome.
Yeah, so I mean, you got a lot of room in it. There's a ton of room in it. You could put like a family of 4 in there if you wanted to. Have like 2 and a 2, and then have the center as like a living room area, which is really cool.
Yep.
Or I mean, it holds 14 people.
It is okay. So if you know anything about tents, the number that it says it will hold, cut that in half.
Yeah.
So realistically, 7 people can sleep comfortably in this tent. Now, sure, I can put 14 people in it, but they're gonna be sleeping, you know, basically in the same bed, which is fine. If you got a big family, you know, but friends, I mean, you know, there's some of my friends I don't like sleeping in the same bed with, but typically, whenever you're looking for a tent, no matter what tent it is, don't matter what company, whatever the number of people it says it holds, cut it in half. And that's how many people can actually sleep comfortably in that tent with, you know, your stuff. Remember, they're only talking about a human person in it. They're not talking about your gear, your bed, whatever you bring with you, included in that.
Yep. But yeah, overall, it's a perfect tent for big families. It was perfect for us too, because we had a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The only issue, like I said, we had was just 2 people putting it up. Is kind of it's a pain. Like if you're going to get this tent and only have 2 people, you need to get to your spot early so you can set it up quick, and take your time, and don't get overheated like we did. Got overheated putting this tent up, and the next morning I had a migraine. But yeah, I give this tent, I give it like a 7 out of 10.
Sure.
Yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching this review video on the Tahoe Gear Tent. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you are, we greatly appreciate it. If you're not, hit that subscribe button. It'll help our channel grow. We're also on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And we have our merch at the bottom of this video. You can also go to the description. There's a link to see our merch shop in full. There's also some Wild Adventures koozies and Wild Adventures holographic stickers on our Facebook page. So thanks for watching. See you soon. Hey guys, it's me again. If you want to subscribe to your channel, click over here. If you want to check out some more videos, click down there. If you want to check out our cool merch shop, go to the description below and click the link. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.